Hello, everyone. We'll continue our custom indicator series. Sam Jackson is our guest today.
Hi, everyone.
Yeah, welcome. This is the fourth part of the series. If you haven't watched the previous parts, please watch them because this is continuation of the previous talks. So in previous episode, we worked on a relative vigor index. I'm not sure for the pronunciation of that. Vigor. Anyway.
Vigor.
Vigor. Ah, okay. Relative vigor.
Yeah.
I think the vigor is the name of the author.
I'm not sure. But it's just that's how it would read in English if I read it. Yeah, vigor.
Oh, okay. So the previous episode we added the original RVI logic includes crossing the RVI lines crossing the zero line upward and downward. And we did a level parameter. We added level parameter here, and the possibility to add a positive or negative level. And then when we created this option that is possible to set via the user interface for strategy builder. And also when we enable a parameter here, generator checks all parameters, and if parameter is enabled, like here, it checks the minimum and maximum and starts testing with different values by using the default value, the minimum, the maximum, and the step. So when we enable parameter, it is also used by the generator. And then in the calculation section, we read this parameter and assign to variable level. It is the same. So if you skip this, this is what generator uses for calculation. The generator first initializes the indicator, but after that it has multiple steps of adjusting the values, and also it is done by optimizer. And then it goes to the calculation session to calculate to this calculate method, and send a specific data set. You may ask why you set the data set here. Why we don't set here in the constructor? It would be a good question because in the previous version of Forex Strategy Builder, the data set was given here. So when you create an indicator, it has to preset the data set, and then we only changes the parameters. But when you give the data set, the data set has the historical data, commission, swaps, spreads. When you give the data set to calculate method, we can test the same indicator on different data. And this is what multi-market is doing. The multi-market tool, it takes the correction strategy. It doesn't change the indicator parameters, but gives different data sets and calculates the strategy. So that's why when the program calls this calculate method, it gives it a data set, and we set the given data set, the variable, to the base data set. So from here, the indicator uses that one. Actually, they're the same, even if you use the variables. But if you set the data set here to the base class, then we can use this close open prices. These are the arrays of the market prices. Close, of course, is the bar closing, close part, open is the bar open. So if you don't give this here, these are meaningless. These are we set the given data set to the base data set, and then we can use the corresponding prices in the calculation. Then what we did, these are I will spend more time for the calculation on another place on later, because I want to continue with the structure of the program, because this is only simple computation, which is a generic C# code, and it is not related to to the structure of a Forex strategy builder. So for the people that are familiar with programming, it is pointless to explain that. Only this was important, that we give the data set and assign it to the base class. We read the parameters. We read the parameters from the input parameters, and then we can use the data set options. Also, when you go to the base class data set, it has a lot of things there, and we can use all this for the indicator. So you can use the symbol, period, count of bars. This variable, this is the count of bars, time, open, high, low, close, and volume. This is the market, BT and ask prices, but these are not used in the backtesting, right? We have also probably this instrument properties. Yeah, okay, this instrument properties. Let's go here. From the instrument properties, you can see commissions, lot sizes, point, pip, minimum, maximum, lot, slippage, swaps. So we can use all these parameters in an indicator. And now here in the backtesting, this market or symbol properties, they are fixed, but on a live trading, they will be variable, they will be dynamic. So actually we can make an indicator that acts according to the spread, or we don't have slippage on the real trading, but we use this pip and point. If you use this for some indicators, let's say for stop loss and take profit, we can set the value in points or in pips, depending how we want. And then using this pip and point, we can calculate it, transfer it to the price value, right?
Yeah.
So if you have the stop loss of 10 pips, in order to make the price, we multiply by the pip value. And some indicators use this. Okay. It's did I change it something? I don't know. Okay, we see it later. Let's return to the indicator. So we set the data set. We can use mainly we use open, close, high, low, and time for the calculation. Then when we calculate the value of indicator, and the values are arrays with the length of the count of bars we have. So for RVI, we calculate two arrays of values. The RVI, which is an array of double numbers with length of bars, and also signal line here. And then we can use this signal line and RVI for plotting on the chart or for calculating signals. The different indicators will have different the number of lines. So for example, moving average has only one, but moving average crossover will have two lines, fast moving average and short, slow moving average. So in that case, we have two. And in order to show these values on the chart or to use for signal computation, we have to create corresponding indicator components. And we have, I think I showed in the previous video, we can have different kinds of components. If you go to the base class, this is the base class of the component. This is what one component has. It has a name. It has data type, component type, chart type. This chart type is what we want to plot on the chart: lines, dots, histograms. The chart color, first bar, this for from where the calculation of the indicator can start, or the signals. Use previous bar value. I'll tell more about that, but it is 0 or 1. 0 or 1, 1 or 0. Okay, it's the same. 1 means that we use the previous bar value. 0 means that you use the current. Show dynamic info. If it's set to true, and I will run the for strategy builder. When you move a cursor over the chart, it shows the information here on the right. So for accelerator oscillator, we see 3 components: the accelerator oscillator value, or this histogram, is on enter out, and is short enter out. 3 components. One is chart, and the 2 is one and short entry signals. For RVI, relative vigor index, we have 2 indicator values and 2 signals. If you go to the code, we create 4 components. The first 2 are indicator values, only for the chart, the green and the red line, and the other 2 are signals. But because we have this indicator, we can have this in open filter position and also in the closed filter position. We need to set different data type for the components. This can be make switch. I make it switch. It is better when the values are fixed. It is the same like the previous if, but this is better in that case. So when the indicator is used as open filter, the component is allow open long, allow open short. And did I close my first touch? No, it's here. So here is long enter allowed, is short enter allowed. And of course we can set the different text if you want. But if you have the component for close filter, it serves for closing signals, not for entry signals. So the data type is different. And then when you have the complete strategy with several indicators, the backtester passes all components one by one, all indicators, and each component of each indicator, it ignores the chart components and uses these signal components. And let's see, I showed this in previous video, but we didn't discuss this in details. Here are this is open long price and open short price. These component types are used in the opening point of the position. If you use bar open, or it's called here bar opening. Where is that? Bar opening is very simple indicator. It doesn't have any options. It is based on open price. And it has only one component, which is open price. Open price means this is open price for both long and short position. But some other indicators that has 2 lines, that have two lines, for example, Bollinger Bands, we set a separate open long and open short. For example, the upper line can be open long, depending from the logic, and the lower line to be the open short position signal for short positions. But for indicators that has only one line, we set open price, which means one indicator component serves for both directions. And such indicators cannot determine the position direction. They determine the price, but it doesn't say anything for the direction. Also, the ADX indicator, it okay, let's align this a little bit. It has a open long, open short, but why it has separately? Do I have open? I will open because I have only I will open lock, I will open short. I don't have common I will open. It would be some minor optimization. So for this ADX indicator, what for entry, if you put in the entry slot for open filter, yes, we set component number 3 to be a low open long, and component number 4 to be a low open short. And then when you set the values of this component number 3, why don't I set here number of bars? I make it new arrays, but I don't set the values. Watch cruise. Okay, here I set the values. So you see the value of component 4 is equal to the value of component 3. So even the components are separated. The 3 is for long positions and the 4 is for short positions. They have the same value. So this indicators gives when it gives signals, it gives the same signal in both directions, which is of course ambiguous. And we need an additional indicator to decide in what position, what direction to open. Let's put ADX for example. Here is it. Okay. And it has these separate components. It's a long interval, it's a short interval, but they're always, you see, they're equal. So the ADX cannot give only ADX cannot give a one cannot determine the entry direction, and these bars are ambiguous. If I switch this here, do you see this exclamation mark here in the top of each of the bar?
Yeah.
It means that this bar is ambiguous. For example, here. And we see here in the back test. Yeah, you don't have this in MetaTrader, right? So, but this is important. Okay, let's return back. Let's say full. Bar opening, we saw it has only open price. We'll do similar indicator. Do not exit, because we have a do not exit in Expert Advisor Studio. What is do not exit? It doesn't allow exit. So you see the strategy open position and keep it until the end of the back test. But it is useful when we want to use only stop loss and take profit.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So in that case, we use only stop loss and take profit. We don't use exit indicator. You may, someone may want to use that. In Forex Strategy Builder, this is done with custom indicator, which is called no. Let's go to the repository. I think I cannot search probably, but I want to see the code. Let's arrange by name. Amen. No.
One down. It's down. Two
Okay.
down.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah.
Okay. So let's see this one. This one searches for each slot. If you put in the open price, it doesn't allow any entries. So why you can use that? We can use it if you want to make strategy that only closes positions that would never open. But why? Because we can combine manual trading with algo trading, and we can start position manually, and we can set a strategy with the same magic number as our position only to serve for closing. That's why we can make indicator that doesn't allow entries. This is also for the entry, for the open filter slot, for the exit, and this is what we need. Do not exit to put as an exit filter. And what it has, what components? It has two components. Why two? The first one, it doesn't have chart, and the second doesn't have chart. The component 0 is long position entry price, short position entry price, and the value is new double. New double means a new array of doubles with the length of the bar, but C#, when you make a new array, it sets zeros. The array is full with zeros. And this is also what I wanted to talk about. Okay, I reached from here. When we have a value of 0, 0 means that the signal is no. If this is a component to allow long or short, or to close long or short position, when it's 0, it means no, it doesn't allow. And when it's 1, it allows. And it's the same for entry and exit price. If it's 0, it doesn't allow entry at that price. And even we can think
it's just like a true or false. It's just a Boolean.
Exactly. Yeah, but because the components are generic for all kinds of different things, for charts, for signals, for entry points, that's why they only double values. And by setting 0 or 1, we can use it for signals.
Yeah.
Even if you think that we want to enter the market at price 0, normally the price is never 0, right? So the market will not enter, or the strategy will not enter or exit the market in that price. So in that case, we make this interesting indicator that has signals for long and short positions, for opening and closing, but it never allows anything. And it is useful in some cases. We make such indicator. So even if you want to start seeing what is going on and experimenting, I would suggest that you can start from the simplest indicator possible and to start changing. This no, it is possible to be set in any kind of slots, but when you make do not exit indicator right here, it will be possible to be set only as a closing filter.
Excellent, yeah.
So it will has only this close filter, and it has text no exit, or indicator exit is not allowed. We will set this one. It doesn't matter actually. It's only text for the users. And we put only close filter, only this. Close out long position will be 0, and close out the short position will be 0, because we will put the value of the component to be array of zeros. But with the most common indicators, they have values, right? So we calculate the value. Let's come to RVI. For RVI, we compute two indicator values. The RVI line, we make the array here, and here with this computation, we set the different values. We'll look in that later, because I want to show some tricks for this. And also the signal line, we calculate in some way. This here is not moving average. It is some other formula for some delaying, I think. And then this is the, in the programming, we call it a reference to array. And the indicator component has a value which is array of doubles, and this is array of doubles. So we just assign the value of the component to be equal to this line. So even if I change them, yeah, it doesn't matter. Just we set an array to the value of component, and we do the same for the signals. For the signals, we also make arrays, but this is. These are the signal component. They don't have chart. Chart up is not chart, but depending of which slot is it open filter or close filter? It's allow open long or force close long, and in both cases, we have to set the values. But we already have these common methods that calculates the signals according to logical rules. We give here for every y arises, we have already pre-built parameters or enumeration, I'll call it. Indicator logic, the indicator is rise. We must be careful to not make mistakes. For example, if I put these rises here down and here, it will calculate the signals, it computes signals in the opposite way. It doesn't matter the text, but here I give the wrong, you see? This is important for the computation, not this one. This is only the text. So let's return them back. One false, one false.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's correct. And we give here we sent the level. But what we did previous time, we created this. Something is changed here. I see the file is not. I don't like this Visual Studio too much because it is not easy to find what is actually changed. It gives me that this star means the file is changed, but what is changed, I don't know. And I have to go to GitHub and to see the difference. And where is the difference? I can't see. Just I don't see. Zero changes. This is so stupid. You see, zero changes, zero removed once, zero added once, but it gives me a star. The star means the file is not safe, but this is the same file. That's why I use the products of JetBrains. JetBrains, they're excellent guys. I use their
Rider.
This rider, yeah. This rider is for the rider is for C#. C1 is for C, and the WebStorm is WebStorm for JavaScript and TypeScript. So yeah, they're simply better. Okay, better than Microsoft. Why not? Okay, so this file is and save changes to the save changes, but there is no changes.
Yeah, it's annoying.
And I cannot even if I give.
You can't undo or
Stupid. Okay. And they're doing that from how many years? I don't know. Okay, so we did that in the C# file, but we have to do in the MQL code the same because we did here. It will work in Forex Strategy Builder, but it will not work in the Expert Advisor. So I already opened the file, but you know, these are in the Forex Strategy Builder user files, MT4, MQL, Forex SB indicators, and we find the indicator. If we do create new custom indicator, we take the file we want to modify from here and put it in custom folder. Yeah, and Forex Strategy Builder finds the custom indicator from here, from the custom folder. But now I'm modifying the original indicator, so I'm doing that in the here in the indicators. It is the same. So this is the RVI file. What I did when you open a file, if you use a notepad can recognize a lot of. I opened from the formula. It can recognize many programming languages, but it doesn't recognize MQL by default. So when you open a file, I opened here from recent files. It opens like text file because it doesn't recognize this MQH extension. And if you want to use the syntax highlighting, go to language. And I think there is no MQL, no, but we can set C++ because MQL is very similar to C++. And it tries to recognize the syntax like C++ language, and you see it is better.
Yeah.
Okay. So the MQL version has a little bit different constructor where we have to set the same name, but it doesn't. Actually, the constructor is more or less the same. But the difference is it doesn't have this initialize section here, because the MQL doesn't have a possibility to set the options manually, and also doesn't have a generator. So in the program for the calculate section method, we copy the value from the numeric param, and we have to do the same for the MQL. I see probably the syntax a little bit different. It is called a num-param only, not the indicator plus num-param. Okay, we don't need to make it integer like this one, because it is double. Let's make it like that. And here we must put double. So let's make it a little bit prettier, like that. And the previous one is taken from the checkbox. So we copy the parameters from the, because when you create the expert, it uses the same structure. Okay, we copy the level, and then here in this oscillator logic, they are the same like in the Forex strategy builder. We need to put this level for a long position and level for short position. So here will be level, and here will be minus level. So how to make it faster? I'll copy this.
You've not, no, level, you missed an L there.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, there we go.
It would crash when you put it. Okay,
Yeah.
thank you. So I only hope that only here we have 0, 1.
0, 0,
So
yeah.
we use Control H for replace. I put this here. Okay, let's go one by one.
Yeah.
But I didn't replace it.
You'd hit find next instead of replace.
Here, I replace. Okay, that's all. So I think this is enough. And let's check it. So I'll create a demo expert, and I'll export to see if it works in a MetaTrader. And if it works the same way, we'll mark this task as finished. But okay, I modified the indicator on the right place. So this is the original for strategy builder. Now I will run this one that we modify here. Okay. Let's use a relative figure index. A line crosses the signal line, the level one upward, and let's put the value 0.2 like the previous time. Okay, and that's all. Now, you know that when you press here, the experts go directly in the MetaTrader folder, right?
Mm.
So
as long as you set the where that is, of course.
Yeah. So it exports to all MetaTraders we have on the computer.
There we go.
So here I have 2 MetaTrader 4 and 1 MetaTrader 5. Let's open a MetaTrader 4. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I think in that I have a demo account for testing. That's why but did I? When you do that, it is best first to save the strategy in some name. It's to be
So it names the expert advisor.
RVI level. Yeah, to be clear. Test RVI level. Now export. Okay. And now go here to experts and refresh. Test RVI level. It already compiled because the icon is yellow. In the other case, it would be gray. If it doesn't compile. Let's see for if everything is fine. Put here in this area. And let's compile. Okay. Let's search for this relative. Where it searches. Okay. So this is the exported file. Yeah, it is even it's arranged how I arranged. It's very good. It is the level from numeric param number 1, which is somewhere set from the Forex strategy builder. We will find it. And then here in the logical rules, we have a level and minus level. Okay, let's see where this is set. Let's search for that. Okay, here is how Forex strategy builder sets the strategy in the expert advisor. This is only, this is in Forex strategy builder. In studio is much cleaner. But here is, I said in previous episodes that when you export expert advisor from Forex strategy builder, it is actually Forex strategy builder running here. So this is a code very similar. What is the source code of Forex strategy builder? And this is how we set RVI. Here we set. Okay, here are the two things: the period and the level. Also for logical rules, the index 4, the text is this one, and it is enabled, and it has caption the same. So let's compile this and run in tester. Test RVI. Wait, a little bit far, I cannot see. Where's EURUSD? EURUSD M30. Let's make it shorter. Okay, doesn't matter. Start. Now it must open position and close in the same bar. Here the experts of here the level are. Do you see the levels?
Yeah, it's changing.
Yeah, it goes. It went above and below 0.2, but it doesn't.
0, yeah.
It went, but it doesn't open positions.
Okay. I've always those two columns there pop off. The left one's the previous bar and the right one's the current, right? It's when it's
because
trading.
you see, this is the last bar and this is the value.
That's
this is the previous one. So
okay.
Even if I open here this indicate this one, and I put the marker, I can compare the values.
Yeah.
But is they correct? But I don't have the indicator. In order to compare the values, we have to put the chart on live and to put the indicator from MetaTrader.
Yeah.
I don't think I can put here in the test. Probably I cannot.
Probably.
It is so
Down the bottom. No, it was there. Down the bottom. Keep going down. Keep going down. Pop off. I saw it. It's right at the bottom. There we go. Yeah.
Period of 10. How much is 10? Yeah, okay. Excellent. So when I put it, let's see on the previous bar, because the last one is not completed. It shows minus 0.0705. And our value is not the same because it uses the.
Are we sure? Are we sure RVI is 10? Is that what? Yeah,
it is. It
is 10.
Here I see the -1. They are very different. Let's check the period.
Yeah.
The area is 10.
It is 10. Yeah.
Why so different? The period is 10 level. I put here the RVI indicator from a MetaTrader. And I'm not completely sure that they use the same calculations. The indicators from Forex strategy from EA Studio are the same like in MetaTrader.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they must correspond, and this is very strange. Why the signal line is so different? Here we see 0.0435. 435. It corresponds signal line.
It's 9:30. It's showing there. What's the if you do the scroll across to 9:30? It's showing that it's
No, they are the same. Do you see this number? 0843 0843. Probably this is something other. This is
it's the next bar. It's the next bar it's showing because you can see the time down the bottom. It's the very last bar value that it's showing. If you keep going right again. Yeah, that's yeah.
Saw that. Okay, sorry. I didn't saw that bar.
So that's perfect. That's
matching up exactly. Much,
yeah.
But it do not open position. It does not open positions, right?
Aye, that's a problem. But
this is yeah. This is minor obstacle. Okay, so what we have to do? We have to fix it. So how I proceed? I can fix first. We can search for the problem in the code. In our code, what we modify. Language C++. Level and minus level. We read the level from numeric param number 1. Okay. This is good. And the program sets the level, right? We saw that. The Forex strategy builder sets the no, this is this we can search the problem here in our code, but it is also possible to search the problem within the expert advisor because it is the same code. And in the expert advisor, we can make some modifications if it needed. So I will open here the MetaTrader editor. Check param, num param. Sort in param 1 because it is exposed as parameter and it is 0.2, right? Because you see the expert advisor exposes the parameters and it is useful when you put the expert advisor on a chart. We can we can change the values from here.
Yeah.
This is different expert. Yeah, test RVI. RVI period, RVI level. Okay, and also it's possible to use the optimizer of MetaTrader. So it is set here, but it is not used here. So does it really have this? Sets to numeric param 1. Okay, and then let's find this. And then this is different. Okay, here. Double level is this. It is correct. It must work, but why it doesn't work? Logic. component number 2 and component number 3. Component number 2 is long entry out, is short entry out. So let's see here if it gives when I run the backtester, we have to see if it gives signals yes for entry. It must give a yes, and when it goes, I don't see yes
There's
anywhere.
no yeses.
Now
Yeah,
it's
there's
two.
no yeses.
It goes to it went to more than 0.2, but it
0.2 and it didn't show yes. Yeah.
up here.
Yeah.
It is this is a problem, but how to find why it doesn't work? It should work. It should work, but it doesn't. It is strange. So what I can do is to try to debug this. This is a little bit outside of our topic of this talk, but probably it's interesting for the people that develop it, because this is a real problem, right? And when we do live coding, it happens.
Yep.
Okay, RVI. First previous. Let's go to this oscillator logic to find what we have there. First previous, indicator value, level long, level short. I know what we did. I know. The problem is not here at all. The problem is that it never touches these lines, because we have a logic area crosses the levels upward and downward, but we didn't rename here the text, right?
So it doesn't recognize it and
Doesn't
do anything.
recognize it.
Yeah.
And because this is old code, it is like that. In my new programs, what I do, I go here and put else. Else means if nothing is touched, to come here. And I said here, I don't know how it's in MQL, but throw new error and put unreachable.
Yeah.
So what is that? If something happened, in this case exactly, the logic is not found, it will pass through all, and it will come here, and it will give error unreachable. Unreachable means this must be never hit, right? Probably it's very good to check how we can do this in MetaTrader. Let's check MQL rise exception. Is it possible to generate error invalid parameter? Let's see. Logger error. I want to crash just. I want to crash. How to make MetaTrader crashing? I can put something divided by 0, but I don't know. This is very stupid. Do we have exceptions in MetaTrader? MQL exception. Handle exceptions, but this is how to handle exception. But I want to raise my exception. I don't want to catch exceptions. I want to raise my exception. If I put exit 0, do you have? And one means error. I'm not sure. I will try this in the expert advisor. Anyway, we found a problem.
Yeah.
This is what I'm usually do, because this the code must never reach this. In some programming languages, there are options unreachable. Just put unreachable, and it means that the problem must never come here. And if I would make it in that way, probably it is not possible here. But I have this in Studio everywhere.
Yeah.
So let's rename 0
The zeros
to level. I use capital level because Forex Strategy Builder uses this variable in different ways. Let's say if the level is not in the logical rule, the optimizer is not trying to optimize it. Imagine we put this strategy for optimization, and the optimizer is trying to optimize the parameters. But if the level is not in the rule, for example, if you have area changes its direction downward, what is the point of optimizer to optimize the level? It doesn't make sense. Yeah. So I always use capital level for the rules for when I use the level. Let's export. It doesn't need to change anything because I'm not sure, but when I export, probably now it will be correct. I close it. I close it because I have other stuff open. I wanted to close the editor, but close the. Let's see, experts. Is this the new version? Control level.
Just search for 0. Oh yeah.
Why I don't have horizontal scroll bar? Yeah, okay, it is okay.
Yeah.
Compile, it compiles. Okay, let's run it.
Try again.
Yeah.
Aha.
So let's drop here one indicator. This is a very common way of debugging, and it is not necessary to wait for the complete back test. Just it is enough. Probably I have to stop it. How I before?
Yeah, I've had sometimes it's just needs
No, this is I have to use the indicator. Pause. So where is the level? Probably somewhere here. It shows the values. The green one, the green, no, the red is the RVI. As it goes before 0. Oh, is it below 0.2? Yeah, it is minus 0.25. You see here.
Yeah, there.
Yeah. So okay,
yep.
it crosses on the previous bar, and the next
and
one
then
it open a short position.
Yeah.
And for long position, here is the long position. Do you see here the arrow? Here the values 0.1.
Yeah, that's below. Yeah, now it's above, and then it does the next bar. Yeah.
So yeah, good. For how much time? For 1 hour, we fixed one. Anyway, why? This is very good. We covered a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. So the area indicator is ready.
It's finished. Yeah.
I want for this session to make something that is that has a bigger effect on the importing, because we have 3 bands indicators in ES Studio: envelope, Bollinger Band, and I forgot what is the other.
Donkian?
But please.
Donkian, is it not? Donkian?
Donkian.
Donkian channel?
Donkian. Okay.
Donkian, yeah.
We have this, but they have less logical rules in for strategy builder, and I prevented all these three to be these logical rules to be imported. Let's close all tabs, and I will go to the code that maps AI Studio strategies to. It is called AI Studio Manager that maps AI Studio to Forex strategy builder strategies, and it is exactly how we set the parameters. It sets for each indicator one by one. Let's see for ADX. This DTO means data transfer object. This is acronym.
When you say maps, sorry, Popov, is that you meaning that this is the new code that is able to, when you import a collection, this is what's run to transfer it to the FSB Pro? Is that what you meant?
Mapping is a term that means to change something to match something other.
Okay.
Let's say we have I will show you somewhere for some purpose. Here, let's see this ADX indicator. Because it is here, it means that not parameters match. If all parameters match exactly in AI Studio and Forex Strategy Builder, I made a common formula that for indicators that has completely the same parameters, we just match all. But it seems that for this indicator, it is not the case. Something is not the same. And mapping is to take parameter from the one from AI Studio and to put on the place where it must be in Forex Strategy Builder.
Yeah. So previously you would have needed to do this for RVI, but now because you've changed the indicator in FSB Pro, you don't need to map it because it matches.
Yeah.
Right?
Let's see. No, I has to do it on two reasons. Because in AI Studio we have two indicators, RVI and RVI signal. And no matter which one we have to call a relative vigor index in Forex Strategy Builder. So this is the first one.
Yeah.
Let's go. And it depends on which one comes from AI Studio RVI or RVI signal. We have a difference in the logical rules. Let's say if RVI coming from the period and level matches, okay? You see this period, this is what we have in the Forex Strategy Builder, what is set. Let's find it, relative vigor index. This is this numeric parameter number one is the level. Yeah, level is number one, the period is number 0. The problem is for the logical rules, because in Forex Strategy Builder, I'll run the original because it has it opens faster. In the original, I mean the installed program that I have, not the one from the Visual Studio. It has logical rules for. Actually, this is good to cover here. It has logical rules for the RVI line, which rises, crosses. We make it level up and down, but it also has logical rules for the signal line.
Yeah.
But in AI Studio we have two separate indicators. So
separate,
we have to map,
I forgot.
We have to map the logical rules, and for the RVI they match. Because these are the first 8, we map from AI Studio to RVI. These are the first 8, and they match the first 8 to FSB. But if you have RVI signal,
the one,
these 4 rules are from
4.
number 9 in Forex Strategy Builder. They are here below. You see, RVI line crosses the signal line upward. So how
Yeah.
I do it, I don't do it one by one, but just take the index from what is in studio and add 8 to it. You see?
Mhm.
So
Yeah, makes sense.
and now they match. So this is the mapping. DTO
Yeah.
is what is coming from studio. I put make it plus 8, and now it matches to FSB. And do you see, for ARVI, I do not transfer level because for the signal, I don't need level.
Yeah, level's not in it. Yeah.
It is not important, but probably is good to have it because I'm not sure if I use this one. I have to run this. It will have level equal to 0. If I don't have set it here, it will have a level set to 0 by default. Here we set it. You see, the value is 0, so you don't need to set it. All right, this is correct. So with that, we finished with relative vigor index, and we have to continue with what I changed here. Okay. We have to continue with the band indicators, which also do not match. Bollinger Band. And the logical rule, when I go to the logical rules, they're a little bit shifted. So the rule number 0, the first rule for strategy builder, corresponds to number 1 in the first of Studio corresponds to number 1 in for strategy builder. Let's see. Let's open Bollinger Bands. And the first one is the bar opens above the upper band. And I close it because I cannot use the source code when the program is open. But I also cannot use the installed because it's already different, right? That's why I have to close it all the time. Let's go to Bollinger Bands. So the first logical rule is the bar opens below upper band. But in AStudio, it is above upper band. You see, the below lower band is actually, I found something that is not very logically correct in Forex Strategy Builder and fixed in AStudio. But we cannot fix anything in Forex Strategy Builder that changes the logic, because the program is, I published it on 2005 or 6, probably in 2005. It's already 17 years old, and we have, I don't know, probably more than 10,000 users. If you change something, if you make breaking changes, the users will not be able to import their previous strategies. The strategy will show different results. So we must not break the program. But what is not logically correct? We have logical rule, the bar opens below upper band. It sounds good, right?
Yeah.
But what means below upper band? We have, let's see the indicator. I open here. No, we don't have Bollinger Bands. Editor. Close. Okay. Here, this is the lower band, upper band. We have a mirrored logic for long and short positions. If we have a logic, the bar opens above upper band, and it uses the previous bar. You see where's the position is opened. No, the bar, this bar opens above the previous value of Bollinger Band, right? And it opens one position. It is correct, but this is logic. The bar opens above. If you have logic the bar opens below, it means, let's say this bar opens below, so it must give permission for long position, right? Here. But in the same time, for the short positions, the logic will be opens above lower band, right? So it will give permission for short position also. And it will give permission for long and for short position. It will make ambiguous bar.
Yeah.
So the logic open below upper band is ambiguous. But there are cases where it is not. When the bar opens below lower band. If the bar opens here, the long position will be satisfied, but the short position will not be satisfied. So actually it happens that the logic, the bar opens below upper band, is actually the same as bar opens below lower band. Because we have ambiguity when the bar is between the two bars.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't need a logic the bar opens below upper band. We need only below lower band. I probably can simulate it here. The bar opens below upper band. Okay. And we have 3000 ambiguous bars. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Because see the result. We have how many deals? Where is the
Further
number?
down, you need to go keep going down.
Tested bars. Is
There
it
we go.
orders?
800.
800
22.
orders. Okay. When I changed the logic to opens below lower band, it is virtually the same. You see?
Yeah.
And we don't have ambiguous bars. Below upper band, 3000 ambiguous bars. Below lower band, same result, no ambiguous bars.
I think I was telling you before we started this that I've started doing a Ichimoku thing, and I took some Bollinger Band code to get me started, and I think I'm having this exact same problem with what I'm trying to do. So yeah, we can maybe have a look at that at the end. But I think I'm having this problem that you've just shown with the indicator I'm trying to make at the moment.
Mm-hmm. So, but we cannot remove this from FSB, because I'm sure there are a lot of people that have such strategies. This is fixed in AirStudio, but unfortunately we cannot do it in Forex Strategy Builder. Anyway, that's why I map. This is exactly what is mapping. Mapping the parameter from Forex Strategy Builder from AirStudio to which one is in FSB. But for the closing filter, the AirStudio has a little bit more parameters. For this is opening filter, and we have the crossing bar opens below upper band after opening above and whatever, but these are missing for the closing filter. Yeah, you see, and we have this in Studio. Even you see what is other thing that is better in Studio. We have the same set of rules for opening filter and absolutely the same for closing.
Yeah.
This is, let's say, how many from 25 to 2015? 15 years more experience between when I created Forex Strategy Builder and AirStudio. So that's why for new traders, I recommend AirStudio because it is more refined, but it doesn't mean Forex Strategy Builder is not more powerful, because Forex Strategy Builder can do everything AirStudio can do and even more. Of course, without this reactor stuff.
Reactor, yeah.
But then we'll say the users that we may fix that in future. with this express generator. So actually, so with this express generator, we doesn't need to make anything in Forex Strategy Builder. All right. Even now, when you can export strategies from EA Studio to Forex Strategy Builder, we can use a reactor in EA Studio and export your collection for Strategy Builder, right?
Yeah.
So it is the same. So now, after 30 minutes of introduction, I hope it was not boring. Now we'll fix the indicator for 5 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, the one I was looking at, you mean?
Okay. But
so I've well, were you saying we will take a look at the one that I tried to do and have a look at the problem? Is that what you said there? Fix the indicator that I'm having this problem with.
No, we'll fix Bollinger Bands and envelopes in the Forex Strategy Builder.
Okay,
Also, it will fix your problems in the Ichimoku.
It could do. Yeah.
So my 30 minutes of introduction was to explain why we have to do it.
Yeah.
And now it will be easy. So let's go to Forex Strategy Builder. And the good is that for these 3 indicators, let's find where we have this Bollinger Band, Donchian, and envelopes. Yeah, these 3 indicators. The code is absolutely the same. So if fixing Bollinger Bands, it actually means that we will copy the same code in the other. And let's go fast forward. Go to, I have a shortcut here, Bollinger Bands. And we have to copy these rules and put here in cause filter. I need a comma here. And bar opens must be bar causes. 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 Below upper but after causing. Okay, so we have the logical rules. Only we have to use it in the formulas, nothing more. Here's the here there is some stuff that I wanted to explain, but this is probably we'll put it in next talks. Bar opens above, after. So I copied this 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 must be 4. And I'll copy here. This is good when we use the case operator instead of if the if operator here in the previous code. If you use if operator and we have the same rules several times, it will not complain like here. All right.
Yeah.
But the case doesn't allow that. So I copied and it is clear error. So here will be, I will use something called multi-cursor, like that, and like that. Causes, causing. Then I have to fix in the here, the bar causes after causing. It doesn't work. The bar causes below the upper band after causing. Why I don't have this? Let's go to see what logic we have. There opens below upper band after opening above it. Let's. I have to add this here also. It's called enumeration. Oh, no. Causes. This is some benefits of using these complex editors. When you became familiar with this, it is faster to do the stuff. So, okay, and we are ready. Now, we have to do that for the other indicators, but because you see this, I don't have here the name of indicator, just we'll copy the code from here to Bollinger Band and to envelope. And the other was Donkian. Donkian, I don't know. Donkian. I don't know.
I think it's Donkian, but I'm not sure.
Donkian, okay. Okay, and also here I have to add this on the rules, and also for here, and I'll take this from this. Okay, for Bollinger. Is it Bollinger or Bollinger?
Bollinger. Bollinger.
Thank you. Do you know when I created Forex Strategy Builder, I created absolutely offline without internet. So
Yeah.
I say, yeah, I don't know the other users know, but I was a ship engineer. My contracts were 5, 6, 7 months, and there is no internet. And at that time, 15 years ago, it was not internet. There was no internet in the ship. So we took programming books and text editor, and yeah.
Oh.
For Strategy Builder, no internet. You cannot check anything. Just do it until it happens.
Yeah.
We are ready. We will test it in a moment. I have to remove this exception in the here in this importing code. So I make it for a logical, this for causing filter. Rule number 0 and 1, this much. If I do the same, +6, let's how to check it. Let's say take this. So this new rule is number 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is number 4. But in A Studio, they're below, above, below, above.
They're opposite, yeah.
Let's see. Let's see. Bollinger Band.
Above them, below.
Above, below. The first two are fixed. The first, then we have below, above. Below, above. Okay, they're okay. And they match. No, here we have more. We have below, above, below, above. We have 4. And then we have, this is number 5. 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 4. But he is number 3. So from this row, we have to add 2 to match. Yeah. Here for the closing, I'll add 2. And now this must match. So I will run for Strategy Builder. First to check. No, I'll create strategy in A Studio. Then it will import in FSB, and the FSB must show the same performance. And then we'll do in the. I think it was straightforward, right? Do you have any questions about how I did?
No, it's straightforward. Yeah,
it's very
straightforward.
Yeah. And probably, yeah, it will be the same what we'll do. Then in the last session on next Wednesday, we'll create this Kumo indicator, right? It will do it, or
yeah, on the very last one, you mean?
Yeah.
As in, we've got one on Monday and then one on Wednesday, and the last one on Wednesday, the final one. Yeah.
Oops. Let's open a studio. What I would do, the problem was with the closing filters. The entry filter was okay. We modified only the closing. So I'll go to indicators in a studio. We will disable all closing indicators except Bollinger Bands here, envelopes here, and Donchan. But Donchan doesn't work very well in your studio because Donchan is top on position above or below the Donchan channel. But EA Studio opens only at bar open, not in some indicator, so it doesn't work very well in EA Studio. It works good in for strategy builder. But let's try to create some strategy like that. These are the same data as before, but let's go to the generator using preset indicators. Let's see if it will find something. It probably, I don't know if it will find with these closing indicators only. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it becomes better. Some buffer about. I see, but the opens below. How is possible to have? It is one or one.
One or the other. Yeah.
Very interesting. Yeah, very interesting. Either. I know it's a little bit crazy.
Yeah, I wouldn't be trading that one.
Yeah. Okay, we have 11, and let's download collection. Then put this collection in. Okay. You see, only volume, only one that uses volume is not imported. Good. Where is our collection? Why it's not shown here? Do
So it's loaded.
I have the data? Yeah, I have the data. It doesn't give any warnings. SU collections 11 loaded. Is it some bug?
Looks like it.
Let's try again. It shows it's. Let's see. Probably here in this code. Yeah, you see, I return false. It was false before because it was not possible to import these rules, right? But now it can report.
So that was the ones that was skipping. Yeah.
Yeah. It must be. Break finishes. Yeah. Okay. Now
Yeah,
it'll be
just
okay.
gets out.
Because you see now it returns true, sets the text, and it must return true. In other case, it imports, but it says it is not imported. I will try to import in other page to see if it will appear in the repository. Just okay. I import here. Or even you see it loaded now. It loaded also the data files. It means it recalculated.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. And this is what we imported from EA Studio. This is the statistics from EA Studio. And now when I click here, I see statistics from Forex Strategy Builder. It's not good. It doesn't close this. It opens a position, but it does not close the position. And it crashed. Good. It is good. We will find the reason. we will find the reason and we will fix it, and we will learn something new, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So let's see first the reason for the crash. What is the error? Where is the error? Index of side of the bounds of the array. Component number 3. Do we have component number 3 for closing filter? Closing filter, we have number 2, number 3. Yeah, we have. We have 2 and 3. Okay, let's see what index can be outside. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's clear. I'll show you what is going on. Let's stop this. What we did, we added this text here, all right? We added this enumeration to formula, but the formula doesn't have the computation actually for this logical rule.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, this formula doesn't have this the computation. It
Doesn't know what to do with it.
So let's we will dive also in that formula. This band indicator logic, it covers all the other stuff. This bar opens below after opening up or whatever, but it doesn't have these 4 cases for opening, but doesn't have these cases for closing. These formulas I wanted to discuss with you, but they're a little bit complicated. So I'll just fix it now. And if you have time, because it is a little bit outside of the topic of the video.
Yeah.
Or to fix it outside of the video. Let's try. Let's see if it's going fast or not. This will be the bar opens below, the bar closes below the upper bound after closing. So for what you have in the computation, I will not explain this. This is very unique for Forex strategy builder. It is not in ES Studio, but here we don't have bar open, and here also we will have bar close. So I will, in all this, I will mark this, and we rename Control H, and here I work in selection. It is okay. I will change open to close, only in the selection, right? Not in the complete file. I also will change. What happens? What it is doing? Okay. Just I replaced 2 words and it crashed. This is the Visual Studio.
Visual Studio strikes again.
And also, I will change this opens to closes, but this time I will not use the complete word because it is part of the word. Opens. Closes. And it appears here, find 15. Why 15? 15 occurrences are too much.
Yeah, you want to undo that.
Let's Control Z. I'll change it by hand. Opens. It must be closes. Closing. Okay. Closes. So the actual coding what you did today was a copy pasting, right?
Yeah.
Very creative. But it means that we already have the complete infrastructure for solving the problems.
Yeah.
So if you can add a new trading rules without writing code,
That's the trick. Yeah.
why not? Why
Yeah.
not? Just copying and renaming. Let's try again. Magic.
There we go.
Magic. It is the same, even here, so shows a little bit higher profit. Here is not very good. Probably
One or the other.
or some mapping of the logical rule, or some of the other indicators.
Yeah.
And it crashed. Why this time? Why? Indicators as the bounce of the array. This is strange. It should not be like that. The bar code is above lower band. Above lower band. After closing. Probably I copied the rules that I don't need, because do you have barcodes above lower band after closing below it? This for closing. Yeah, opens.
This is donkeying as well. It's the same, isn't it? Yeah, it's the same, but it's donkeying that you've got in Visual Studio. The donkeying is the one that's showing up.
Yeah, you're correct.
It's the same though.
Yeah, it is the same, but what is the difference? Why it crashes here? But the number of components, number 3. Check it. The Bollinger Bands is also okay. We have component number 3, and we probably, we create 4 components. And here, do we have this? We have the bar codes above our band after closing, closes after closing, closing. Let's see, Control F. Yeah, the same. The bar codes above or after closing below. Component 3 and component 4. Do we have component 4? 2, 3?
I don't think so.
No. We don't have component 4 because we from Bollinger Bands, and Bollinger Bands has a central line, right? And the central line.
The moving average, but it's not in the donkey.
Yeah, but you don't have here moving average. So here the number of components must be component number 2 and component number 3.
Right.
This is the only thing. Everything will be fine.
It's not 3 and 4. It's 2 and 3. Yeah.
Why? I want to make multi-cursor, but okay.
I think you've just undone your multi-cursor.
No, it's not. Okay, done. Let's make it like that. Yeah, this is okay. And the same in
envelopes.
Absolutely the same. No, here is probably so. Envelope. It has central moving average.
Does it have one? Okay.
Yeah, it has. Let's see here. This is not good. We'll check it. This works. I don't know. We have to check it.
Yeah.
This is okay. This is more or less the same. This is some are good, some are not.
Yeah, there's something. Although they also.
Okay, I will check generally what this is what we have to do, but I will check because in the computation when you change bar open with bar close, probably I will have to make some adjustments in the formulas. Here in this formulas, I will check. I check if everything is fine.
Yeah.
Also for using previous bar value.
I was just thinking
Using
that.
previous bar value, probably we will not going to use the previous bar value in these strategies when
it's close.
Yeah, because
instead.
Yeah, let's see. It is not checked, but this strategy is okay. What was the strategy that showed the different result? Repository. This okay. This is not good. This one. Let's check this one. Multiplier. Period. Barcode is below upper band after close. We have to compare. We have to compare mapping of the. Let's find the same strategy. Let's see here in the correction. And this is strategy number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's go here to the correction.
Correction. 10, is it? Is it the 10?
It is the 10th.
Yeah.
This one?
I think so.
Yeah,
the second last one.
This?
No, yeah, that one there.
RVI, the marker, Bollinger Bands, don't count. Okay. RVI, the marker, Bollinger Band. Okay, let's compare everything. RVI, 10, 0.2, RVI crosses the level 1 upward, okay. The marker 3100, the marker falls. Bollinger Bands. Bar opens below upper band. Bar closes below upper band after closing above it. Yeah.
Maybe it's the same. We didn't. Yeah, that's it's after open above it. Yeah, we just can't see it. Yeah.
Simple open 21,207. It is the same. Here it doesn't use previous bar value. Here we don't know. It's not shown. Don't count. Shift is 0. Okay. The bar opens below lower. The bar closes
high and low. Base price high and low there. Would we be using close in oh no, it would be the same in EA Studio, wouldn't it?
It must be the same because
must be the same. Yeah. That's the donkey and yeah.
Period 15. So we can open the chart to see if it looks the same. How we can compare this? I'm not sure. But more or less they looks. Here we don't see. The Donkian channel is shown with dots. Probably this is Donkian channel. It's shown with dots. It's more. You see, it goes from here to here, to here.
I suppose yours will be shown as dots in FSB Pro.
This line is inside this black bar.
Yeah, it's offset.
This before. So
that's something to do with the previous, is it?
Using previous bar value.
Yeah.
We have problem with the use previous bar value. If it is, this will be.
And that's for the Bollinger though, isn't it? That's the Bollinger that's using the previous
Bollinger.
differently.
So here in EA Studio, it uses the previous. No, the indicator is shifted 1 bar. Let's just open new strategy. And okay, put standard settings. Okay. Bollinger Bands, Bollinger. Here looks similar. He looks very similar.
Yeah, that's the same. Yeah, it's exactly the same there.
Here, do you have such one? Here the logical rule was opposite, but it doesn't matter because here is logical rule number, the other one, and here we have these long positions, and here we have these long positions. But for the closing, let's put it the same. I think I did some changes, but I didn't announce it. It fixes another problem. I only hope that I do not mess with that. Let's put logical rule number 2. Anyway, it doesn't have positions. Editor, close from here.
That's looking the same.
Here is okay. Below this,
yeah, it's the same.
This is the same. But what for this? Okay. I think I know what is going on. Let's see if it's the same now. It is the same. No, it's the same. But why in the strategy is not the same? Let's open the strategy again. It's very interesting. Let's close the other indicators.
Yeah.
And I will remove this Donkian to have only Bollinger Bands with this parameter. 21. Do we copy the period correctly? 21, 2007. Simple. Base price open. Why is base price open? It cannot be base price open. It must be base price closed. Do I copy the base price correctly for Bollinger Bands from A Studio to?
Yeah, maybe.
Here, do we have base price?
Surely close. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So we have problem with mapping between FSB and A Studio. Base price. Here we copy the logic. Where is Bollinger? Why is
you're in the wrong language there. Yeah.
This is why the multi-cursor doesn't work, because in Bulgaria, out shift changes from English to Bulgarian, and it is used for the multi-cursor. So let's see the base price. Base price in eStudio is slot number 1. Number 1. But in Forex Strategy Builder, and no slot, but there is param number 1. But in Forex Strategy Builder, the base price is number 2. So you see, from number 1, first you must go to number 2. From number 1, first you must go to number 2. Now we will correct. Let's run it. And when you use a different base price, it shifts, it messes with the previous bar.
Yeah, the close and open is it was shifting, but yeah, that's what was causing it.
Repository. Let's take the correction. This doesn't look very.
There's a few that are different there. Yeah.
No,
Most of them are okay. That's the same. There was two of them, I think, that were just a little bit different.
No,
That's the same.
This is the same.
Yeah,
this
that's
is
the
the
same.
same. This is
It's
the
fine.
same.
I think this next one's a problem.
Oops.
Yeah, that one.
Is this the same?
It's
No,
not the
this
same. No, it's not
envelope.
the same.
Simple
Yeah, so it's the
close.
envelope.
Let's see this strategy. Correction. Where is this? This is the same. This is the strategy. Moving.
Yeah.
RVI. Let's see. Envelopes. Close simple. Here is simple close, but okay.
Yeah.
33,088,088. The bar closes below upper band. The bar
It's a different thing there. It's a different thing. The bar opens below upper band, and then in the envelope in FSB Pro, it's the bar closes below upper band.
Yeah,
right?
it's okay because in a studio we use open price.
Yeah.
So the problem is in the gapping. It is not in the strategy. It is because here calculate on bar closing.
Yeah.
Let's see Bollinger Bands for any case. Simple close. 13, 2.45, 13. Bar opens above, bar closes above. It's okay. Let's see some of the deals. Where we have deal here. Here we have on 3rd of August, 1630. But this is
It's the 4th of August.
It is 4th of August. Is it the same bar? Oh, this is short position.
I don't think so. I think no. You need to go back another day. No.
This is 3rd of August. 22.
Yeah, and that's 4th of August. It's the day after. There we go. Is that the same position? That's the same position. Yeah.
So it is the same, but here we open it bar open. This is opening. We have to see the closing. Let's see the closing. We close here at bar close on the 4th of August, 8:30. Here with control, all right. We close in the same. You see here we close at bar closing, and here we closing at bar open in the same bar. But
yeah,
this is the difference.
Is that not? That's the same though, is it not? Because the bar.
No, this is the next bar. This is the next bar.
It's the next bar. Yeah, it's the same thing. That's fine.
It is fine, but it is fine. So the problem probably is of these gaps. I think the calculations are correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It here causes the bar.
As in, there's a little slip there. There's a slip between the close and the open price there.
The next opening is here. The white bar here is the next opening, so it must be.
Okay.
And now, before finishing this video, and I'll answer your questions, we have to do this in MetaTrader, but okay, the video becomes too long. Probably it would be good to cut this video in two parts, because in the first hour we spoke about RVI and fixed the expert. Probably I will cut this video in two parts.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, because the second part to be for this. Okay, let's continue. Let's finish the MKO code in the next episode.
Okay.
Of this. So the next episode will be on Monday, all right?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah, and we'll do the
so
end.
on Monday we already matched this the band indicators. We only have to fix the MKO code.
Yeah.
We'll do it, and we'll continue with. We have some exceptions here for some of the. I think moving average is one of the indicators. This do not close, do not exit indicator. We have to make now. Do not exit works, but it requires this no custom indicator. When I come to here to the code, do not exit requires no custom indicator. I ask the users to install it, which is not good.
Yeah, I see.
That's why I want to have this to make do not,
and make that in the stock indicators.
Yeah,
No
will exist as custom indicator, but we will have this do not exit.
Yeah.
Exit time is not implemented. We have to do it. MACD signal is okay. It is mapped to MACD, MACD. Momentum is okay. Moving average is different. Moving average, yeah, we will have to fix moving average. So for here, we have to fix do not exit, which is easy. We'll spend some time on moving average. I think we have to play with calculations there.
Yeah.
Pin bar, this requires custom indicator. I don't know what we have to do. We will see the custom indicator. If it corresponds exactly to a studio indicator, we use, we'll see. Probably we may include the custom within the distribution. If if it's not the same, we'll see what we'll do. RVI is okay, stochastic is okay, volume is not there. And that's all.
Yeah.
So actually, yeah, we have one moving average to see what we'll do with pin bar, and do not exit. Exit time. These are not difficult things. Okay, so let's continue with your questions from yesterday, if something is not covered.
Okay. Yeah. What was it? Yeah. So I've probably easiest if you go to the forum. I uploaded my latest Ichimoku that I'd kind of tried to move it forward a bit, and I could maybe just I still don't know quite how to fix what I've done. So it's in the technical indicators. Yeah, there. So that's updated.
Okay, I will open the. I will close this project. I open the project with the indicator.
Yeah. Okay.
To see if we can fix it now. Then what we did today, I will include in the public repository. So when you download it, it will have the fixed.
All the fixed indicator, the fixed Bollinger Bands. Yeah.
And all indicators, yeah. Because they're in the distribution, and this code also it must correspond to the distribution. No, I opened again for statistical, I think. Yeah, it's core solution. FSB indicators. I open your code. and you copy in the I will update the previous one. Custom HMOC sum. Okay. Let's try to compile first.
Yeah, it does compile, or it did. Yeah,
It runs.
yeah. So I got no problems there, and it runs fine. It's just not quite doing what I wanted it to do. And so I've kind of moved ahead here. But you see this, if you go up, all I've done is I've started trying to do the, if you go down to the bottom of the open filters, there is, see the light, no, up a little bit, sorry. Up a little bit with a list of the open filters. There, see the bottom one, the bar opens above Kumo after opening below or inside it. I've tried to see how I could do that. And so I think,
yeah.
and I think I'm close, but if you go down the bottom of where it's at, and so it's probably more complicated than it's, in fact, I'm pretty sure it is, but it's an interesting problem I'm seeing, is if you go down to where I've tried to implement that here. So what I've done is I've opened up the Bollinger Bands, you know, one of the band logic ones, and I've taken that that kind of function from it, the band indicator logic. And what I've tried to do there is kind of.
I already see the problem.
Okay.
I already see, because this indicator, this logic. Let's see what this requires. The first bar, it's okay.
Yeah.
Previous bar is okay. Upper band, lower band, it's okay. The component, we have to check if the components are okay.
Yeah, five. Well, I think 5 and 6.
No, we cannot. Why we have this? If this.
Oh, well, that was the thing, because the clouds, the Kumo, it's an interesting one, because the Kumo cloud changes colored. Like the Kumo can sometimes have the Senku span A above the Senku span B, and it can also
but it doesn't matter
have,
because this computation is done only once for the complete data set. It is not done bar by bar. The signals bar by bar.
Okay.
So this logic is already.
That's all I need. That first one. Okay.
The logic is already here inside this here.
So I just needed that.
Yeah, only this, and it will do this going up and down automatically. It doesn't
okay.
to do it.
I thought if I just left it like that, it would just do whenever the bar goes only above the Senku span A.
No, this covers both cases, both long and short positions. If you go to the logic here,
yeah,
and find this logical rule, the bar opens above after opening below, it computes long logic and short logic.
I get that. I think what my confusion was like, so if it was just Bollinger Bands,
yeah,
the upper band is always the upper band, and the lower band is always the lower band, right? The upper band's, but with the Kumo, that switches. It sometimes, yeah. That was the complication. Yeah,
that's why we have to do. We cannot use this original. We have to make one indicator. I propose to be Kumo indicator.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Band like Bollinger Bands, but it doesn't matter the two lines how they are named. To have upper band and lower band. This is what we have to do.
So it needs a custom thing. Yeah, I was hoping I could modify it, but that was the problem was that it swapped.
The logic is correct. Here, this is correct, but we have to provide here this span A, span B. We have to provide upper band.
And yes,
lower band.
That's exactly, yeah. And so it's not going to get done here. It's going to get done, yeah.
And probably here, when the where the lines are computed, here, we have to go from the data series like that. For
upper and lower, or no?
For bar here will be 2 bars. Let's for here will be let's bar is equal from first bar. First bar, bar less than bars, bar plus plus. We have to define double array of upper bound equal to new double bars. We have to make these lines. Now they will be filled with zeros and lower. Okay, upper and lower. We don't have we don't need charts for this. We will use the original charts.
Yeah.
And then how we fill? Here we go by bar and we check for each bar if what lines we compare.
What ones that Senku A and Senku B, Senku span A and Senku span B, and so yeah, so basically
if Senku is greater than B, then
yeah,
then upper bound
is equal to Senku A
for bar. Here must be for bar for this particular bar, and this for this particular bar.
Yep.
Then upper to be equal to this.
That one, yeah, that makes sense. And then you can just use that stock.
And the lower bound to be
the opposite.
Lower bound to be Senku span B.
Yep.
In the opposite case, to have this opposite.
The reverse. Yeah. No, that's exactly. Yeah, that's I couldn't see how to do it, but
upper
that's,
to be equal to B, A, and that's all. So I only would suggest you to use the same logic. The bar opens above cum after opening below it, just to have the same.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that will make sense. Yeah.
To have the same spelling.
Yes.
I think this will work, and
yeah.
work
Looks
with
like
computation. So if
you want
to send you,
I'll test. Yeah, that'd be good. Now I'll test if there's any issues. I'll let you know. But yeah, that looked highly logical and looks like it'll work to me. I just couldn't.
This will work for sure. It will plot like the original indicator, but will calculate the signals not using the original upper Senku span A, Senku span B, but we will use this upper band and lower band.
Upper band and lower band. It doesn't matter.
The higher of the two.
The higher one. So no, that's exactly what I needed. Yeah. So I was trying to do it in there. I wasn't that's clear now when it's I was just trying to do it in the wrong spot. I thought the place to modify it would be down in that in the case select, but it's actually that's much
you
more
do
sensible.
This for entry, right? This is for entry.
Yeah, just entry.
So let's make. Okay, you make the test. I say.
I'll test it. I'll test.
I'll send you the file.
Yeah.
Or
and I'll confirm.
Create it, but I arranged it a little bit. You see.
Yeah, you've changed that. Yeah, if you could upload that. Otherwise I can just copy it from
the file. Can I do it here? Through.
Can you just upload it to that thread on the forum?
But I don't want to be in this thread. Can you open another thread, making or customizing Ichimoku indicator, because this is the thread for the video series.
Okay, yeah. Okay,
just open another topic.
Yeah.
Upload this indicator, No, listen, what is the best? Repeat this in another, even I can do it from here.
Yeah, just
Moderate. Move selected post in for strategy builder technical indicators. But I want
that'll
to create
work.
a new.
No,
No, it's not from here. Probably it's not. It must be moderate. Must be split. Split selected post, not move, but split.
Okay.
New topic. Custom и Chimoku. With this query with other Chimoku.
That's right. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's the.
It you have you can okay you have this your name and
Yeah.
Okay.
I've noticed this. You've kind of got to submit one and then you edit it afterwards.
Video, please watch. Okay. Please watch. Preview. Choose file. Where's the file? I put in the desktop. I cannot take it from here. Why? I cannot drag and drop it from here. How to open the folder from here?
You could copy. I saw you could copy the folder path, but copy full path. But
we put in the custom indicators.
Indicators and custom, yeah. Ichimoku-san, there it is.
And put Ichimoku-san.
Yeah, up the middle. Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
Yeah, perfect.
Just test it and test it on the chart.
Yeah.
And you have to do the same for the expert advisor, for the MQL.
Yeah. No, that's. I'm sure I can do that. I just couldn't figure out the logic of how to get around that issue with the cloud changing up and down. But that's a perfect solution.
Is this okay? So you have to make this. Creating arrays in MQL is a little bit different. You have to figure it out. But
I'll have a good go.
This is the same, and also the logical rule. Where we set it? Okay, it was because I cleaned the code. It made Mark to change it. Okay, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Closing.
It's right down the bottom, I think. There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, perfect. Yeah,
no, test it first. Test it first in
FSB Pro first, and then if it's working as it should, because that's what I did that before, and it was working sometimes as it should and sometimes as it shouldn't, and so now I think it will work, and then I'll get it through to
I'm pretty sure it will work. Yeah.
I would be gambling on it working. I'd be putting some money on it working. It looks. Okay. Yeah, I'd bet it works. I'm not betting against it working. Yeah, no, I'm betting it works. Yeah, I'm not betting against it working. No chance. It looked good to me. So and so if I have any problems getting it into MT4, then that's
okay. If it doesn't work, we'll fix it. Okay.
Yeah. No, it'll work. I'm sure it'll work. And so there was one tiny bug that I noticed, if you just want to mention it now, is with the custom indicators. So when you open FSB Pro, you know how if you put the CS file in the custom indicator folder, so it's just it was a small thing, but you probably want to be aware of it, is you know how it compiles it to a DLL file?
Yes.
So
of course, I did that. Okay.
Yeah, of course, yeah. And so what it does, so it compiles it to a DLL file, but what I noticed is when you then delete the indicator from the like there, it doesn't delete the DLL file, so it still kind of shows up.
Of course, because you may have only the DLL, because you may create the source code and want to sell the DLL.
Okay. Well, I just thought, okay, so yeah, that's fine. I just thought, like let's say I put the Ichimoku Sam in, and then I decided I didn't want it anymore. And I just deleted it from there, and then it was still showing up in FSB Pro, and that was the thing.
There is an there is a store in MQL in the MetaTrader, where we can buy experts and indicators, and they provide you only the exe file,
the DLL file. So okay, I didn't realize that.
Logic.
Okay, yeah. So no, it's not a problem then. It's just I just was a bit confused because I was.
We have the opposite case. Actually, it is the same problem. Sometimes you need to delete the DLLs. It happens sometimes when I change the certificate for a strategy builder, and when we upgrade FSB with new certificate, security certificate, it doesn't want to accept the previous DLLs because it does not recognize them. But I think now we don't have this problem. What can be done in this case is to go to library and delete the DLLs.
Yeah, that's what
it will
and they'll just recompile.
Normally we don't need this, because when you run FSB, it can compile every time. But 15 years ago the computers were slow, and it takes 10 seconds. So that's why it computes the DLL, and next time opens the DLL, which was a big trouble to make this. But 15 years ago it worked. Also, when you open data files, when you open data files, it reads the CSV file and then compiles binary file. Where's the binary file? Here in system, no, in system, data cache. And you see we have a binary for each. It also compares every time the CSV file with the binary whatever, but it was the binary file much faster than the string, the CSV file. That's why there's that to save time, which now is pointless, but
was from when it was
2 million lines of code. Yeah, it's very big. For comparison, Expert Advisor Studio is about 60,000 lines or 100,000 lines. Let's say 100,000 lines.
Wow.
For strategy builder is more than 1 million lines of code. 10, 20 times more code.
Not fair enough. That makes sense. Okay. So we'll I'll get that in and have a look. But that was hugely helpful. I think we've kind of it seems like we've covered so much that it's mostly there now. It's kind of just little things, isn't it? The main structure's all been covered in the
I want to cover some things regarding calculations, but we already covered a lot.
A lot.
Is to create new arrays and to attach this to the formulas. I want to write some logic. Now we use the ready formulas, right, for the bands. But I want to write own logic, not use the ready one to understand how it works, because for some indicators We already have a lot of this already. This it is this indicator based calculations. Does it have interface? Can I? It has. This is for longer time frame, which is big trouble. Probably I would be better to not put this in Forex strategy builder, longer time frame. But anyway, they're there and we have to suffer every day with that. Anyway, we see here it calculates the price. It can open high low cost, but calculates median, typical, weighted. It has formulas for different moving average types. Simple, exponential, weighted, smoothed moving averages. It has this oscillator logic. Indicator rises, falls, but these formulas are very advanced here. I want to cover this stuff that you cannot see anywhere.
Yeah, no, that would be good. Yeah, what we can do so far is a lot, but we can't do everything. You know, with what we've covered so far, you can certainly do a lot with that knowledge that's in there so far. But yeah,
we already have many of these already. Indicator rises, band indicator logic, indicator falls, but sometimes we need special to do it manually for some indicators.
Yeah, no, that'd definitely be great to cover.
Now this is what we don't have in. You see, I have the formula. Indicator changes its direction upward, but if I open moving average, we don't have this in moving average. No, this is the testing. Okay, where is moving average? Indicators. Moving average. We don't have logical rule. Moving average changes its direction upward and downward. You see, in Forex strategy builder. But we have this in FSB in EA Studio. And also we have these formulas ready for indicator change its direction. All right. I have the formulas, but I don't use these formulas in any indicator.
Okay, so that
all oscillators that are below the chart, like RSI, momentum, they can use this, and also moving average and other indicators they can use. For the oscillators, let's say momentum, we have this in this in the oscillator logic method. The indicator changes direction downward. Indicator changes its direction upward. We have it. We have this for the oscillators, but we don't have it for the moving average. So we will do that in some of the next episodes.
Yeah, that's good. How did you get to this file, the indicator base calcs? Where's that located? Where you've got all of them? It's just
it is.
There it is. There it is. It was there just in the indicators folder. Indicator base calcs.
Because this is base. This is base for the indicators. The indicators.
So they can
use formulas from.
Yeah. No, that's good. Yeah, it's good to see them all in that file.
How you got there when you are, let's say, in Ichimoku. This is a description.
I think it's up above.
We go here in the band indicator and you click F12.
Okay, and it takes you to the okay,
then you can click this synchronize and you show where is the file. So if the file when you click it points the file.
Perfect. No, that's so becoming much clearer, which is great. It just gives you absolute customization. You can just do anything you want when you've got this kind of
you can do absolutely everything. You cannot customize this base class because you can customize only the indicators, but you can, instead of calling this function, we can copy the function within the indicator and use it. So I provided everything that is related with the calculations of indicators. Actually, there are something more that is not here. The things that are included in the backtester. that are hard coded, like a stop loss and take profit.
Yeah, that's one future topic that would be good to discuss. Actually, that's the one other one that's the really big one for me, is the somehow trying to get how the ATR stop loss kind of works and how to get that. Because I know there's the ATR. I mean, it's probably a topic to discuss in a video. Because I remember you saying it was quite a difficult thing.
No, it is not so difficult, but the problem is how to fit it in the program. The calculation is not so difficult, but it is more trouble.
It's how to get it in the back tester, is it?
Yeah, and in the user interface also. We will discuss this because I'm planning to it. Even several days ago, I think thought about this 8-year stop, and I think about something. If this is a studio, and go to strategy, here to not be a separate indicator, because it is, we have a stop loss and take profit here in strategy properties, and same in the for strategy builder. And here the stop loss to be, let's say,
fixed or trailing,
but
ATR would be good there.
Fixed. ATR is fixed.
Yeah, it is. It's fixed. Yeah, it's just a point when it opens the trade.
Exactly.
It's
to
fixed.
Be point based or ATR based.
Yeah, that would be.
For each of them to have a checkbox, trading or not trading. It doesn't matter how you calculate the initial distance to the stop loss, according to fixed pips or according to ATR, because the ATR will give fixed pips points.
Yes, it's just because the reason I want it so much is it's really it's awesome for which I'm sure you know is it's awesome for being able to take a strategy and then try it on other markets, right? Because exactly. if you've got a fixed stop loss, your strategy might work great on another market, but you'd need to adjust the stop loss because obviously it's got a different ATR, and so that's where it becomes hugely useful.
Probably it must be somewhere here to have a stop loss by points or something by ATR, and when you choose this, then to have checkbox for trading or not trading.
Yes,
not like
that would be perfect.
This or this.
No, that'd be perfect. Anything that that would be perfect.
And also except other thing would be not only ATR, but it can be previous high low. Why not?
I think there's a few ways of accomplishing the same thing. But just I think ATR is a pretty common one, but it's just something to tune to the volatility of the particular market so that you can then use this, like you can use, because it's a great way to increase your, the more trades you get on a strategy, the more kind of significance that's got, right? The more statistical significance that's got to perform well in the future. And then a good way, if you've got a good strategy, you can test it on other markets. If you can tune to the stop loss and take profit, but if you've just got a fixed one, you can't really go and test it on other markets.
Also, the problem is for markets that changes the prices too much. For example, if you take Bitcoin, it goes from $5,000 to $50,000. The stop loss.
Well, especially if you go too far afield, but certainly if you stick to Forex. Even like, for example, the Aussie New Zealand, it's got quite a small volatility between it, right? They don't change too much compared to each other. But let's say Euro USD or something, Euro JPY or something obviously changes a lot more in comparison. So the range of stop loss to take profit would not work, even though the same strategy might work really well. You need to kind of adjust the stop loss to tune to the.
I don't know if the computation, it must be how it must be done. Anyway, we need to have this calculated for the complete data series, because how the backtester will know how much is the ATR for this bar. It must calculate.
It needs to be calculated for the complete data series.
It needs to calculate the ATR, but the ATR has a period. This is also a problem. Where to put? Okay. Here, when you put a fixed stop, we set the pips. When you put ATR, here to be ATR period.
Yeah, and that's all you need to do. It's just the ATR. But you need two things. It needs the ATR period and a multiplier of the period. And a multiplier, yeah. So is it one ATR or
because
two
you can
ATR?
be part of ATR. It can be 0.5, for example.
Exactly. So, but that's the only two options you need. You need the period and the multiplier, and then it's perfect.
But okay, it will be a redesign of A Studio, and also in A Studio will be easier, but in Forex Touch Builder will be big trouble.
Really? I would have thought the other way around. So that's interesting.
No. I prefer to start making another program from zero instead of continue modifying Forex Touch Builder. It is
okay. It's I can imagine. I know what you mean, because you wrote it.
Forex Touch Builder has this. I think it has 69 screens in the program. 69 different screens. Every screen has options, settings. Every screen has to be resized. If you go here to the strategy, this is one screen. It looks like the same, but actually this is complete. It is something like different program. This one is different. Okay, you see how many you have. This is the same, but here is one, here is the other, here is other.
It may be the kind of thing where the best solution for the FSB Pro ones is to just add in like some custom code to the end, right? And just do a final test on MetaTrader or something. Would that be right? Like, because that could be an option.
Yeah, we have to do it. You have to do it. What we have for stop loss? We have stop loss points. Here we don't have options, and also we don't have trailing stop. This we have to do it. We have to do trailing stop, and we have to do this ATR. So, but it will be big change for Forex Touch Builder. Also, I wanted to do another thing. Now we're doing import of A Studio and data important. It becomes FSB 4. Probably we have to think to provide this stop loss, take profit, ATR based trading, and when you do in A Studio, you have to release this at once, and it can become FSB version 5, something like that. Anyway, for the users doesn't matter, because we are selling lifetime accounts. And they don't need to buy new version, which is, I think, is very, very bad for the other software companies that are doing that. Our prices are a little bit more expensive, but you have lifetime, and lifetime is very, very long time.
No, that's definitely the that's the biggest feature I've been hoping for a while, is that the ATR stop would just be a huge improvement for those reasons I said. You know, like it's like one feature, but it's such a big feature.
And even the other thing here, the trailing stop is indicator. You see, and you cannot put other indicator, which is a very bad design. Now
it's the same, because you can do an ATR stop there as well, but it's not the same as it's not.
But it is not the strategy. It changes.
No,
we need a strategy with entries and exits, and then to add a stop loss and take profit to the strategy.
Yeah,
to see
and
what
do
will
it
happen.
ATR there. Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, that for both EA Studio and FSB Pro is just a huge it's a huge feature. It's super
Probably
powerful.
we have to do that next year, because
Yeah.
for that way I already planned 2 new programs.
Yeah,
Express Generator, the offline version, offline generator similar to EA Studio, that will be export collection for FSB and EA Studio. And also program similar to Accelerator Studio online for trading view.
Yes, the PineGen,
PineGen. So I'm
that's
working on both. I'm working on but
you've got a long list.
Especially if I'm planning to add all feature of EA Studio to the Express Generator.
Yeah. Well, that's my most excited feature is the Express. The best thing by far is this Express Generator with all the features.
The problem is that this program will be used from very few people, only few people.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't know how many users. Probably all will want it. All the users will want it, but we have, I don't know, 20 ultimate packs, something like that. So only these users can take it, and I'm sure most of them, they will not want to write comments in the console.
No, no, it's going to be it will be a small that's why as you said, it should be an expensive product, because someone who really sees the value will pay for it, or it's then the ultimate thing.
And also in order to make it in the way I want it, it will take time, because I have to rewrite the reactor with Monte Carlo. It will take time. Probably it will have 3 months, and I also need 3 months for the PineGen. But now is August. I will start working on it until September. What first I have to start with the PineGen. But okay, let's make it like that. First, I will start with the Express Generator to make only the generator, and together with you we'll make, because you're already experienced with that automation. To test it, to make the generator perfect, and then we'll continue one by one to add options.
We spoke about the 4 lines, right? Yesterday we spoke about those 4 where you can have it, basically you can tell it an existing collection, and you can run it on a validation and put it to a new collection. And the generator and those options, that is 85-90% of the bet. Like, it would be great to have the Monte Carlo and the optimization and whatnot, but for me, I think my opinion is that 80% of the benefits are just the speed of the generator alone. You know what I mean? Because at that point, then you can move them into.
Okay, let's show we are speaking, and we're in the same session of custom indicators.
What? Sorry? Are we still there? Oh, you have to cut the end of this video. Yeah. I thought that was okay. I thought that was over about 20 minutes ago.
Okay, so sorry guys, but we will discuss this in separate videos. The users, the visitors doesn't know what we are speaking.
No.
Okay.
You'll maybe have to cut the end off or something, because I actually thought we'd stopped recording.
Okay, I'm stopping the session. It's already 3 hours. So thank you very much for watching. If you watched these 3 hours, you are okay.
Well done.
You're crazy guy. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.
Bye.
Yeah.
Stopping.